Leaders, good day to you. It is I, B. Nathaniel Smith, also known as the Keynote. Welcome to some tea time with me and some relaxing time with me and just some personal relationship sharing time with me. As leaders, it gets to a place where if we're not consistently moving forward, if we're not aggressively doing something and persisting upward and onward, then we'll settle. We'll get to a place where we settle and we won't want to move from being complicit and complacent where we are. So today I had a conversation with a gentleman who is by all accounts a great leader, a professor in multiple colleges and universities, highly intelligent, socially and professionally elite. But we had a heart-to-heart today, which is what I'm having with you. That's why I'm drinking some green tea and I have a candle lit in the background, and you're with me in my pub set in my dinette area of the kitchen. And I just wanted it to be a little bit more intimate and just a sharing time. Just real, just real. One of the things you will always get from me is I will always be authentic with you. Even sometimes when it hurts or sometimes when it's exposing things, authenticity is the reality of what kind of leaders we need in today's society. So let's talk through a couple of things for a moment. In my book, I wrote a phrase called never settle. The book is called NATE-ISMS. I've shared this with you before that I wrote a book called NATE-ISMS, and NATE-ISMS are phrases, concepts, titles, topics that I've utilized to inspire and encourage others to be great. So NATE-ISM number 7 is called never settle. You might want to get a notepad and a pen because this won't be long, but it will be very specific. And I feel like as leaders, you need to be encouraged and reminded to not settle, because it's very easy to do when you expend yourself so much and you give so much. You need to have somebody pour back into you. And when you don't get a refilling, you begin to settle. I noted that I spoke to a gentleman earlier who is, by all accounts, pretty professional. And he stated to me, I don't know that I'm a leader. I'm not sure that leading or with the title of a leader is what I want anymore. And it was interesting because with all of the great things he does, all of the great things she does, all of the great things, and I'm saying he, she, them, you, I'm all inclusive. With all of the great things we as people do, it might become difficult for us to see ourselves as leaders because we're just operating in our capacity and in our skill. But I want to push you beyond just operating in your skill or your capacity to never settling because you are a leader. NATE-ISM number 7. Here we go. Buckle up. Let's take this ride. Never settle. You are worth it. You are valuable. And you matter. As a leader, you are worth it. You are valuable. And you matter. How dare people minimize your talent or your skill, and even your humanity when you're investing and giving and sharing and trying to assist them in becoming better? It happens. You deserve more. You should have nothing less than the best. And why should others fail to appreciate you for who you are and what you have to offer? You don't want what they have. You only want what belongs to you. You have freedom of your mind. You have freedom of choice. You have freedom of religion. You have freedom of relationship. You have freedom where you would like to be employed. You have all of these freedoms and liberties. Do not settle and allow yourself to be refined and confined to the ideology of what people think about you, who don't know you, who can't do what you do, and who find it easier to criticize you when you're the one stepping out to try to improve their life or trying to add value to society. You don't prosecute others for their beliefs, whether it's physical or verbal. So why should you be subjected to accepting anything average? Anything average. You don't want an average lifestyle. You don't want an average occupation. Leaders don't want an average family. You don't want an average salary. You don't want an average relationship. You don't want an average marriage. You don't even want to be single and be average. So why should you want an average you? Always desire, always expect, and always give your best. Average is for those who settle. Never settle. Average is for those who settle. Never settle. And that's a NATE-ISM. Leaders, be encouraged, never settle. Every day, every week, every month, move, produce, progress, accelerate, upward mobility, onward mobility. We gotta move the needle if we're going to change this nation. Never settle. And that's a NATE-ISM.